Hey, what's up guys? Another video, and we're gonna get straight into the review. Nothing, no previews or anything like that to talk about. So, yeah, we're gonna go right into it. So, first of all, Kevin. What's to say about Kevin? Well, as you can see there, yes, he has fire, light, and views. He does have triple cast for most of his kit. I said most of his kit. Does have 150% TDH and True Dual Wield. However, there's a big flaw with one of those, and also he has 100% Human Beast Killer. No ways of increasing that through buffs. And he has no access to 120% perils to my knowledge, from what I looked at. And his higher modifier higher modifier attacks need to be unique selected in his other triple cast, which is not very good. And no 6x cap. So obviously you want to build him as a TDH unit. Let's go ahead and look at his TMR. TMR is 30% attack, 30% or 40% attack with the fist. And also 3% MP refresh. Not very good. It's decent, but not really that great. His TMR is also not really that good for him. Actually, because it's not two-handed. So, increases the limit burst damage though by 50%, and also gives 30% attack. And it's 187 attack fist. So it's good, it's just not really good for him because you really would like to have, you know, two-handed fists. If possible. So, with that in mind, I'm not really seeing a future for him because, first of all, no access to 120% perils is just not very good in this day and age. It's a really weird kit that you need to use. Zone Burst, of course, it's only 5 hits with a 66 times mod. But the kicker here is you need to use it because it gives them undispellable that lasts for the maximum amount of turns, modifier buffs to all of his abilities. Now you need to use it. I just don't really see anything interesting in this kit. It's a lot of it's filler and no 120% perils, which really sucks. This guy is gonna get like a C from me. It's just too weird. And no access to 120% perils means his damage is gonna go down drastically in comparison to other units. So there's that. So here we have another unit that's pretty interesting. So TMR, attack 50% and also 40% resistances to wind and dark, which is pretty decent. Not the best, but pretty decent. Also magic, 50% magic as well. And his TMR is just okay. Physical and magical human killer. And you can see the stats there, it's decent, I guess. 178 attack, 124 spirit. Magic! It's really early in the game, early in the morning for me guys. So, yeah. Decent, but not that great. Anyways, so she does, yes, as you can see there, yes, she does have 84% breaks cooldown for 3 turns. However, we're running into some big cons soon. So she has a unique kit where she can do hybrid and she can do evoke damage, you know, stuff like that. She has 20% attack and magic TDH, which is pretty impressive. So she doesn't need much to get to 300% of each. Access, unlike Kevin, she has access to 120% perils with wind and dark, and also wind and dark and view, of course. Now there's a lot of downsides with this unit, including, first of all of her modifiers are really high, but only because of it being hybrid damage and evoke damage. And of course, both of those have to be pretty high, because one of them is hybrid and one of them is a flawed damage type, which is evoke damage, which cannot be affected by killers, so her damage is not going to be very high with those, even with high mods. Coupled with that, her other breaks in her kit are only a single stat, not combined stats. Like Riku, for example, has like attack and magic and defense and spirit. All of her moves are single stats, so you have to, you know, if you want to do attack and magic break, you have to use both moves. So not really, not that good in that regard, unfortunately. She has no breaks on her limit burst, instead it's 120% peril. No breaks on that, so she basically only has breaks on her cooldown, and also in those single stat breaks, and that's it. And like I said, evoke damage is really flawed in this game. As much as I'd like it to be good, it's just not, because it doesn't help with killers, and killers are very important in this game. So unfortunately, it's just not going to be that good, which is unfortunate. Her hybrid damage is pretty high. Does have like probably like a 50+ times mod with all the modifier buffs stacking on her. There's a lot of modifier buffs, that's for sure, but she kind of needs them. She does have physical and human main eater, 50%, 100% passively, which is pretty nice. But only against one type, when a lot of other DPS has multiple killers in their kit. I don't know. But keep in mind that she has a breaker. She's not really meant to be dealing damage too much. So other than evoke damage being flawed and no limit burst, I mean, the cons are not very high. There's only a few cons. She's a lot better than Kevin, that's for sure, so she definitely gets a B+ from me. B+? I don't think she'd be really useful in Dark Visions, though. Neither her or Kevin would be really that useful in Dark Visions, but I don't know. Because they need to need to use, you know, things in their kit, and it's gonna slow down the rest of the team. Like Kevin needs to use his limit burst. It doesn't have a chaining family. It's only 5 hits, and also she needs to use like evoke damage and stuff. So yeah, he's pretty good, but I'm not really gonna grade them for Dark Visions because they'll get too low of a score, and I don't know. They just wouldn't be. I don't know. Maybe you guys would see more use to them, but I just don't see it. So she gets like a B+. Yes, she has 84% breaks. They last for 3 turns, and they have a 4-turn cooldown. So yeah, and her other stuff is these ones right here. I guess I could show you. These are all single stat, like I'm trying to say. If single stat is not good enough of an explanation, but yeah, these are all single stat breaks. Attack, magic, you know, defense and spirit. That's unfortunate that that's a situation when that's happening, but it is what it is. So there's that. He's pretty good though, but I don't think if you have Riku, if you have Lakshmi Lid, or if you have Van, she is definitely not worth going for at all. And the best of the bunch, which I think is the best. So her TMR is basically Elena's STMR, except for 20% less attack and magic, but the rest is the same. 50% attack and magic TDH, which is very nice. And her STMR, 172 magic, 172 attack, and 123 magic, which I'm really upset that it's not more magic or something, but it is what it is. And also 50% more attack and magic TDH. That's pretty good. But there are very few flaws with this unit and compared to other ones. 30% attack and magic buff, single cast on, you know, the cooldown buff, that all units get, she gets 300% of that attacking magic buff. Her Lilith Burst is pretty strong because she does have Lilith Burst damage boosts in her kit. 100%, and now she also has some Lilith Burst damage in her kit, like not passively, like actively. So she does have 120% fire in Dark and Peril, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. She does have Fire and Dark Imbue. But also, she has Fire and Dark moves already, so really the only reason why you're using Imbues is because her Lamp Burst does not have any elements to it, so you have the choice of picking. So this is a very strange occurrence. You actually have the choice of picking which one you want to do. So there's that. She does have 120% Fire and Dark and Peril on a cooldown, along with a triple cast, so you'll be using that on the same time. Pretty good. 150% Lilith Burst damage passively. Not passively, I mean on a cooldown. I couldn't think of very many cons, guys. I couldn't think of very many cons for this unit other than her being a hybrid, and that she has no passive killers in her kit, and her killer buffs to herself are not very good. First of all, they cost Espergage, and sure they only cost 2, but it's only 75% killers with no other killers. So she has Machine and Demon Killer, not combined by the way, they were separate moves. At least they're chaining moves, but she does not have any passive killers. Like I couldn't really think of much else because she has a lot of modifier boosts and things. I couldn't think of anything else to make as a con. Really, the only con is that she doesn't have killers passively. That's it. So she gets an A+. I think she's the best of the bunch. She can be a Lilith Burst damage dealer. She can be a just regular hybrid damage dealer for Dark Vision. So for Dark Visions, if you need for that, I don't know how good hybrids would be, but she does have Mystic Cross chaining, so that could be helpful to you in that situation. So it's a kind of like a tentative A score for Dark Visions because I don't really know how good hybrids would be. It might resist some of the damage, but you might be able to get away with it because the modifiers are so high. So yeah, Charlotte is definitely the best of the bunch because you can clearly see the cons and pros lists are very one-sided here. The others are just okay. Kevin is literally the weakest of the bunch, seriously. So unless you really like these characters, I would probably just stay away because there are 8 rainbows on this banner that I'm not. There's other rainbows on this banner that I haven't shown you. I guess now is the best time to show you because now I'm kind of done with the review at this point. As you can see here, there's a lot of rainbows on banner that I'm not even showing you. There's Kevin. There's the old Kevin, the old other units and things of that nature, like Angela and Duran. They're not showing you that. So yeah, they're not obviously they're not going to show you, but yeah, there's a lot of older rainbows in this banner that they're not showing you because they're kind of being a little devious with that situation. I don't know. Unless you really like this game and these characters, I would probably just stay away. Just stay away, dude. Because the risk of getting, a bunch of, one-ofs and things, and there's no prisms. There's no prism tickets or anything like that you can see here. There's nothing like that here. You're not getting free prisms, you're not getting, stuff like that. So, you need to hard pull them. You need to hard pull dupes and things of that nature. And yes, this music plays because of that situation. Of course it would. So yeah, it's really hard to go on this banner. I would caution you to just stay away. And if you're gonna ask if I'm gonna be pulling, no. I've been burned by this collaboration before. I pulled Angela and Duran, and they dropped to obscurity pretty quickly. I don't see the same thing happening for Charlotte and Riesz. Kevin, no. Kevin is just not very good, unfortunately, guys. I know I'm going into it too hard there, but Kevin just isn't going to see much of a future. Just like how It's the same. It's a proven fact. Just the same thing as Tifa from the AC Tifa. Where's she at? I don't see her on my friends list at all anymore. So this unique selection type units are just not very good because they literally require dupes. So anyways, I don't know what was playing there. Anyways, I think that about wraps up our review, guys. It's a very long review. I'm sorry about that. Hope you still watch. If you watch all the way through, type in hashtag Charlotte. Hashtag Charlotte will be the keyword for the ending of this video. Thanks for watching, and I know of all the feedback you guys sent me. Trust me, it's in the works. This is still a work in progress, guys. This is not perfect. We've got the template down, but I'm still trying to work on the rest of the things. And yes, I didn't do any rotations because this is early in the morning, and I just don't have time to do them because, I mean, most of them are kind of straightforward, to be honest. And so yeah, it'll all come together soon, guys. Trust me, it'll all come together soon. It's gonna be much easier to do global reviews because I already know a lot of the stuff beforehand, and like I can get their sprites and stuff. So with that in mind, guys, thanks for watching. Please give a like for the new review style, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.